कुंज विहारी कुंज विहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा केवरदारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा यशोदानन्दन व्रज जन राम Ramunati Ravanatari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare एवं श्रीपाद स्वर्गाधिकाचार्य श्रीमद अवैचरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत समस्या प्रभुपाद की समस्त गौरव भक्त वृंद की दाय गौर ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं हे राधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णकरुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्ता राधाकान्तं सुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणि प्रचारिणि निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणि जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरव हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे कृष्णा। Welcome to our session. So today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam 9th canto, 4th chapter. Today we will go to second chapter. So in today's class, we were discussing various about various descendants of Vaivasata Manu. Whom we discussed first? Huh? Rishadra, what he was telling. Why Rishadra was picked up? Huh? He doesn't have any descendants. That's why so his name was mentioned. So that so counting will be clean. Rishadra, so whenever he got cursed by Vasishtha, then he took it as opportunity, and that is the quality of devotee. Any material difficulty is there, so immediately that will be utilized as the impeller, actually you can say, or otherwise assisting element to do ananya bhakti. So that's why devotees always likes to or invite more and more difficulties. You are all ready for that or not? Yes, I want more difficulties in my life. I want more and more difficulties in my life. And so that my bhakti will become ananya. we are already we are already in difficulty. But Lord is saying, whenever he started loving someone and giving the mercy means, he will take away his first money, he will take away his relatives, he will take away his name fame, he will take away and also so many things, whatever his health, and also he is giving on top of that. Sometimes he may give diseases, and also sometimes he may give more and more, to intensify the devotee's devotion. Sometimes he may give material attachment also. So Lord is saying, and my mercy comes in these different types of these forms. So we are not ready to take that. What is it? Why? Because these kind of so materially they look very odd, but actually in the truly speaking, so those are all very favorable to the Ananya Bhakti. Bhakti is not dependent on anything. But this person, if he wants to do Ananya Bhakti, so if he is given with these conditions, then that state of his state, that state, so will make him to do Ananya Bhakti. Like that Kunti Maharani, that's why she is asking all the time, she wants the difficulties, so that she can remember Lord very continuously, very intensely. Continuously remembering is different, and intensified continuous remembrance is even different. So the intensity will increase actually. So that's why we all should ready for this kind of mercy. Already, I think you all getting the mercy. That's why you don't want more. Yes. You mentioned that we should also attachment. Yes. Yeah. Like example, our Bharatamahan. He got attachment for a deer, material attachment, like that. That's mercy, mercy of the Lord. God created mercy, karma. That means that's a mercy. Actually. So that he should get the attachment for the deer. So he will forget for some time, Lord. So that will intensify his devotion later. So like if you throw a ball with full intensity, they also come back with that intensity. So Lord, if you throw away him, the devotee from him for little distance, then the devotee will come with even double intensity will come towards the Lord. Then Lord likes that intensity. He always plays with his devotees. But so that's why devotee's life cannot be assessed by the material calculations. So one should be applying all these for his life. Means so he has to see if someone devotee is having material attachment, he has to see that is a mercy on him of the Lord. And if it is their attachment in us, then we should understand is the offenses. Because of offenses, material attachment will come. Because of material attachment, offenses will increase. Both will boost each other. So that's why one should be careful about this. Kushatra, he became very Ananya Bhakta. This is also mentioned, iconically. He became Ananya Bhakta because of this. Curse. Curse is also, yeah. But Vasishtha was Durmati, not good man. Because why Vasishtha is not good? What we discussed. Why Vasishtha was not good? How we concluded? Vasishtha was not good man. Why? Durmati he is a bad intelligence he has. Why? You don't know. He will raise. Proud. Yeah, he was not having any intention to kill a cow. Unintentionally, without desire, it happened. But he took it as so. Vasishtha took it as an offense. That means killing the cow without paramarsha. That means without the discussing what happened in the background. So he simply gave out of the kopa. That means he got angry because of that. He lost the intelligence. So he lost intelligence and he gave the curse. So that's why. But what is the reason behind this? Why he became like he should have given how should. I'm asking why Vasishtha became like that. Became like that. Yes. On the payment, he is working to Brahmana work for it. I know you can tell that's what he does. Okay. So that's the answer you want to say now. So he became a paid Brahmana. Brahmana should not be paid. Paid Brahmanas will intelligence will be lost. Who said? Yes. Vishwarupa sins to demigods. We discussed in the 6th canto, 6th chapter, 37. 6th canto, 7th chapter. Just I'm checking, kitna sun rahe hain ya nahi. Jana hai, I should check back. What is happening with my students? You are all my students or not? Yes. So then after that, what happened? One important point we concluded in the class based upon the. Actually, I don't want to give any hint. So can you say? That is very good. That is like chapter actually. So okay, next what happened? Who is the next son? Huh? Kavi? Prushadra, after that Prushadra? Kavi, then next. Kavi was discussed. Kavi discussed. Uh, so after Prushadra, we discussed about Kavi. Kavi, after that Kavi. Karusha. Karusha, sorry, Karusha. Karusha's sons all became Kshatriyas. Yes? And after that we discussed the Drishta. Drishta's sons became Drishta's sons all became Mataji. Satyavati Mataji. Satyapriya. Drishta's sons all became what? Brahmanas. Okay. And after that we discussed about the Durga. And then after that we discussed about who is that? After that we discussed about Drishta. Narishanta also we discussed, yes. Narishanta is over, then after that Dishta we discussed. So in the case of Dishta, the Dishta's son who is Nabhaga, and Nabhaga's descendants became what? Vaishyas. So from this we concluded, Prabhuji, what we concluded? No? Two types of Gotras we did in the previous class. Not expressing. Drishta's sons became Kshatriya, Brahmanas, Karusha's sons became Kshatriyas, and so now, S.A.L. Lakshana. So that is a sloka. So from that we understood what is established in the Samaja, what you can in the society, what can you establish by this? Varna is not based upon, but Varna is based upon quality. This is the being established. So that means in the Bhagavad Gita, whatever we discuss, Chaturvarnam Maya system Karma Vibhakshaha, further the practical proof from this Shastra. Okay. So then after that, Dishta, what we discussed? Whom? So Nabhaga is not. Nabhaga will come later. Nabhaga will come. Nabhaga is son. Son of the Dishta. Then over, I think. Huh? Seven over na. First is Prashadra, Kavi, Karusha, Drishta, and Dishta. Drishta and Dishta. And which are one thing we miss? Who is that? We missed one that just now you said, na? Narishanta. 6 only are, na? Huh? One more is there anywhere, so we'll go to the next chapter. In the third chapter today, we are going to discuss about the Shariati. So 7 are over in the second chapter. Some we counted missing actually somewhere. Huh? Driga. Exactly. Driga. Yes. So 7 sons and their descendants are being discussed in the second chapter. And third chapter is going to discuss about the another son, Saryati. And fourth chapter is discussing about Nabhaga. And after that, we are going to discuss about the Ikshvaku. That's a Lord Rama, and everyone will come in the later chapters. Not in this module, that will be in the next one. Okay, now today we are going to discuss in the third chapter, Shariati. Okay, it's clear for everyone? 7 sons are over 8 son of the. It's not in a sequence we are discussing. So just based upon the So Sukadeva Goswami's direction we are discussing. He has some random selection. In this chapter, we are going to hear about the Chavan Rishi and he is getting married with the Sukanya and so on. Chavan Rishi, you know who is he? Chavan Prash. You all know Chavan Prash? So then why don't you know Chavan Rishi? This is not problem. Who is Chavan Rishi? Who gave Chavan Prash for us? Chavan Rishi was the son of Bhrigu. Very good, Bhrigu. Yes. So one of the son of the Brahmaji is Bhrigu, and Bhrigu's son is Chavan Rishi. This story we see in detail in Mahabharata. How Chavan Rishi appeared, Puloma. So Chavan Rishi's mother is Puloma and another one Rakshasa. So Puloma, that another Rakshasa, his name is also Puloma. So Rakshasa, he tried to kidnap Puloma, Chavan Rishi's father, Chavan Rishi's mother. At that time, Chavan Rishi was in the stomach of his mother. And this Puloma Rakshasa, he kidnapped, at that time, Bhrigu was not there in the ashram. I'm just saying in a roughly. So then Agnidev was there and in that ashram, Nitya Agnihotra happens in generally in a Brahmana's house. So at that time, Agnidev was there and this Puloma Rakshasa came and he asked Agnidev, is this woman, that means Bhrigu's wife, is the same girl whom I first, that means selected to get married? Then Agnidev finally he says yes, he doesn't want to lie. So because Puloma's father actually didn't give this Puloma to Puloma demon. He gave, instead of giving to him, he gave to Bhrigu because Bhrigu is more qualified. That means that demon approached first to marry that Puloma. So, and from that day onwards, he was having a lot of, that means Puloma's father cheated demon Puloma because he उसको माने पसंद की क्या बोलते, he selected her first and he wanted her to have. So then after that his father, that means cheated means his father didn't give to him and he gave to Bhrigu. So then he got the this confirmation from Agnidev because Agnidev is asking, he is ashamed. He asked Agnidev, is this woman is same that woman whom I wanted first? Yes, he says. Then after that, he kidnapped her, he is taking. And at that time, already Chavan Rishi was in her stomach. And when he was kidnapping her, by seeing that, Chavan Rishi fell from her womb, fell down. And that's it, since the one who fallen from the womb is known as Chavanaha means Chitaha. Chitaha means falling. So the one who fallen from the womb is known as Chavan. Chavan Rishi, his name got. And immediately Chavan Rishi burned him by his effulgence. That small baby. Immediately, so by that baby's presence itself, that demon was burned. And then like that, he saved his mother. So that's why his name is Chavan Rishi. Then after that, we can see his son is Pramati, and Pramati's son is Ruru. Ruru got married with Pramadvara and Pramadvara's. So then after that, there's a story, it goes on. And in that, Ruru's son is Shunuka. Shunuka's son is Saunak Rishi. So this story was narrated by Suta Goswami to Saunak Rishi. You know how your dynasty is there, like that he was telling. The beginning of Mahabharata in Adi Parva. So this story comes there. So Chavan Rishi's story is this. So Chavan Rishi appeared like this. And today we are going to see Chavan Rishi's marriage. Okay. See. We'll read together actually. Prabhuji gave a best suggestion. Huh? That is only yours. Huh? Is there any difference? Is there any difference? अच्छा अच्छा मुनि मन करने वालों को मुनि बोलते हैं Chavan, Rishi, Muni, all simultaneously we use as a Paryayavachi. Okay, we all combinedly will read. Prabhuji said so that we can save time. Sri Sukha Uvacha Sharyate Manavo Raja Brahmishta Sambhuvavaha Yo Virasam Satre Vitiyam Manuvichiva.
She should therefore from a continued focus. Sayati has some amount, but would not completely aware of Vedic knowledge. He gave instruction about the structure for the second day of the yajna, who be performed by the centers of Angila.
Sharyati is a expert actually in Vedic knowledge. So he is a son of Vaivasvata Manu. He has variegated sons. Vaivasvata Manu. One is expert in one thing. And this son Sharyati is expert in Vedic knowledge. And he gave instructions about the functions of the second day of the yajna. So that means once if you start yajna, on the second day, what kind of rules and regulations has to be followed? Those system is given by him. Sharyati has given that system. We can see in the Aranyakas and Brahmanas this kind of instructions given by the Sharyati. Sutras he gave. That means on the second day of the yajna, what should be done? So that being so described by this Sharyati. Okay. And Sukanya Nam Tasyasi Kanya Kamala Lochana Taya Panagato Yamalachana.
Sayati came into the side after named the Swamya, with whom he went to the forest to see the awesome of Savanamani.
Yeah. He has a beautiful girl, daughter. Sharyati has sons also, but Sharyati's daughter's story is more important. He felt actually Sukadeva Goswami. So he want to say about that story also. So Sukanya, Sharyati's daughter's name is Sukanya. She was very beautiful. And one day they went to Chavan Muni's ashram. Sa Sakibhi Parivruta Vijinvantyangripa Vane Valmikarandre Tadrushe Kadyoti Jyotishi.
While that Sukanya are surrounded by her friends for interacting with spectrum from the forest, she found within a hole of an earthworm things glowing like luminaries.
So Sukanya and she went there, that Chavan Rishi Shastram, along with her friends. So she started going around in that forest and finding the different types of fruits. So young girl, not so old, young girl. So that's why they have enthusiasm, inquisitiveness to know and see. So there is one ant hill is there in that forest under a tree. In that ant hill, the whole of that ant hill. So she is seeing two shining, glowing luminaries. Jyotishi. What is the meaning of Jyotishi? Two shining things. Very brightly they are shining. Two things she saw. So what are those? You know, the eyes of Chavan Muni, a Chavan Rishi. Okay. Next. ते दैव चोदिता बाला ज्योतिषी कंटकेन वै अविद्यं मुग्धभावेन शुश्रावसृप्ततो वै.
As by providence, the girl correctly distributes those two poems they thought that they were best, but began so.
She took there some thought and she pinned on those two the glowing things. But actually, those are the eyes of the Chavan Muni. Archavan Rishi, then what happened? So blood started coming out, bleeding blood. She got scared because of this. So, reading together is best or the repeating behind is best? What do you think? Together is it? Sharing. So blood started coming. Then after what happened after that? शक्रन्मूत्रनिरोधोऽभूत् सैनिकानां च तत्क्षणात् राजन्स्तमुपालक्ष्य पुरुषान् विस्मितोऽब्रवीत्.
Thereupon, all the soldiers of Shenati were immediately obstructed from passing during his troop. Upon receiving this, Shenati spoke to his associate in surprise.
When he is so powerful, they hurted. That means some aparadha happened towards the Muni. Reaction started coming immediately. Immediately reaction. That's why whenever we do things bad, there will be always reactions. There was a story in Mahabharata. You know that story? The beginning of the Mahabharata. Mahabharata begins with a dog and ends with dog story. And there is a one dog, so Sarameya, a small puppy, male dog. One day what happened? It came to see Janmejaya's yajna. Janmejaya started performing a huge yajna. He arranged for a huge yajna. And he was having the brothers, and they are all protecting and seeing, overseeing the things. So this is Sarameya, this dog. You all heard this story or not? No. No. Okay. This puppy dog is belong to the Swarga. And the Sarameya's mother's name is Sarma. Sarma's son is known as Sarameya. Like Kunti's son is known as Kaunteya. Like that. So Sarma's son is known as Sarameya. And this puppy dog came there and just it was roaming around in that sacrificial arena. It didn't disturb anything. But by seeing this dog, brothers of Janamejaya immediately came near to that and started beating. They have beaten like anything. It was crying, and went back to his mother. Mother is in Swarga actually. He went to the Swarga and started crying to, and with the crying face. So he appeared in front of his mother. Then mother asked me, Beta, why you are crying? My dear son, why you are crying? So what did you do? So what happened? Then he said that, so these brothers of Janmejaya has beaten me. Acha. So what wrong you did? Mother was asking, what wrong you did? So first of all, mothers, if there is anything so wrong happened, so first they should ask what wrong happened to by their own son. That's more important. They should not be immediately react to it. So what wrong thing did you do? That's why they have beaten. Like that she asked. Then Sarame said that no, I didn't do anything. Even I didn't see the objects which are going to be used in that sacrifice. And even I didn't smell them. If dog sees or smell, then what? Those are considered as contaminated. Those cannot be offered to the puja. They cannot be used in puja. So this Sarame said, no. So I didn't do like this. I didn't do anything any wrong. So but they have beaten. Then Sarma came to ask Janamejay. So Sarma asked, why you did, why your brothers has beaten my son? Janamejay asked, what wrong this Sarme did? Tell me and why you have beaten. They didn't say anything. then understood Janmejaya. So it's a mistake from their side, on their own side. So then Sarma gave a curse to him. What is that curse, You will also get, because without any reason, you people has beaten this dog. Because of this, without knowing the reason, you start feeling the pain in the heart. So curse she gave and went off from there. So that means without reason, if we do any kind of, that means mistake, that means sometimes we beat the dogs and we throw the stones and they didn't do any mistake, but still out of, so some kind of, it's a paikyam. Paikyam means it's kind of, so it's kind of, what we say, uh, so this psycho type of nature. So definitely those people in their life also, sometimes they have, in their life it happens, they started getting so much pain in the heart, means so they are not feeling so much sorrow and not able to figure out the reasons. This kind of things will happen. So in our lives also we see sometimes, अरे आज तो मेरा मन अच्छा नहीं लग रहा, बहुत दुख हो रहा है, लेकिन पता नहीं चल रही किसके लिए। ऐसा हुआ कभी आपको? ये सभी हैं रिएक्शंस हैं जो अज्ञात रूप में हम लोगों अननेसेसरली जो भी किए हैं उसका पनिशमेंट लेना पड़ता है। तो उसके बाद anyway Janmejaya, he looked for a Purohita. So then he tried to find to save from this kind of calamities. So that story continues. So similarly here, huh? That without reason you start getting the feeling the pain. You cannot find out that reason. You start feeling the pain. So that kind of that curse he has given. So here, huh? Sarma gave curse that. So you all people also will feel sometime pain in the heart, but you cannot figure out the reason for that. Like that. Mahabharata. So then what happened? This Sukanya fell out of the Kutuhulam. So she got curiosity, what is this? And also pain. So then the problem came. Like Kutuhulam, mother Kunti, she was a young girl and Dhruva Muni gave a boon for her. So by this mantra, if you invite any demigod, they will come and give a baby to you. But she wanted to test it whether it is working or not. That is a Kutuhulam she got. So what is the punishment for that? She became pregnant mother and also she gave birth without marriage. And whole life she got पेन फॉर दैट। अरे मेरा पहले बच्चा को मैं छोड़ दिया, अब देख रहे सामने वही करना है, लेकिन कुछ रेसिप्रोकेट नहीं कर सकती। That's why curiosity, especially girls, young girls, also young boys, this curiosity, because of that they do a lot of mistakes. They physically unite and many bad things happen. That's why unnecessary curiosity. So because they're developing the knowledge at that time, also body also gets changes. So because of that curiosity, so this is a mistake happening actually, unnecessary mistake. The same curiosity Sukanya was having, and she also see the things what she is going to get now. That Chavan Rishi, who is the old man, and he became husband. Huh? What is it?
For the story about that, Sarma was about the story. I could not understand.
Context, why I said. So why I said? Why I said? Anyone want to say? You also don't know why I said? True.
Some mistake.
So unknowingly, that means without out of curiosity, so or out of over enthusiasm, if you give some bad thing, if you do, you'll be getting the punishment. So that's the purpose. So Kanya, what's the wrong that Chavamrishi did? Any wrong he did? No. So now she is going to get the bad result for her. Okay? Do you know? Apyavatram na ishmabir Bhargavasya vichestitam Vyaktam kena pinastasya Krutamastramadushanam.
How strange it is that one of us has attempted to do something wrong to the son of Brahma. It certainly appears that someone among us has committed us.
Oh, how strange it is that one of us has attempted to do something. Then the son of Guru, it certainly appears. So Shariati was thinking, all his soldiers not coming out, no constipation and also not able to pass urine. All the problems, everyone is stomach is increasing, is bulging. And what is the reason actually? Then he is finding how strange it is that one of us has attempted to do something wrong to Chavan Munis. Because they are all visited Chavan Muni's house. So that's why there could be definitely something wrong. Then only because of purity of that person. So what will happen if you do any offense towards him? The result will be very immediately coming out. Like we have seen, there is one more story in Mahabharata. You know. So recently I did course on Mahabharata. That's why there are so many stories out there.
It's not going.
Hmm?
It's not going.
It's now I stopped it actually. Because too much actually. Already how many 36 classes, 2 hours classes. No, 3 hours. 3 hours classes, 36 classes are over for half of Adhika hours. Only half of Adhika. And like that, even more than. So it will take so many years. Anyway, there is a lot of actually to know the dharma in our society. How to behave, what to not to behave. As a father, mother, sister, brother, as a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra, as a disciple. All these things are very elaborately, very properly described in Mahabharata. It is one of the very important grantha. So instead of we have to speculate in the dharma, so we have to follow the authentically. So there is a Uttanka and he is disciple of Veda. He went Paushya came to get the kundalas of his wife's kundalas. So because as a Guru Dakshina, Uttanka's Guru Patni, that means the Guru's wife asked, so you should go and get the kundalas of the queen of Paushya king. When he went there, so Paushya received very nicely and he told, so if you want earrings of my wife, you go to the palace of my queen and get it. Ask her if she will give. When he went there, he was not able to see queen. And after that, he returned back to Portia and he was saying to Portia, you are lying. You are saying that your queen is in the palace, but I am not seeing her. Then Portia said that definitely something wrong happened with you. You are not pure. That's why you are not able to see her. She is a perfect chaste woman. And if anyone has any contamination, she is not visible. She will not be visible to such a person, people. So think of what kind of contamination you have. Then this Uttanka thinks while coming on the to this ocean kingdom, so on the road he has eaten something and without he didn't do any achaman for that. He did achaman, but by standing he did achaman and he came to the Pausha king and he didn't properly do the achaman. Because of that, there is a contamination. Being a Brahmana, he didn't do the proper achaman. That contamination is there. Because of that, he was not able to see the chaste woman. She's so powerful, so pure. Like here, Chavandamuni is also so pure. And this someone did this some mistake towards him. Immediate reaction. So this Uttanka also had the contamination. So that's why he is not able to see her. So, but after that, he did proper achaman and then he went back. Then he is able to see her. So, this was the purity. So, if any pure person is there and if anyone try to harm him, definitely they will be getting the reactions for that immediately. So, previously, the purity was like that in the society. They used to follow dharma very strictly, and if anyone tried to think to harm them also, immediately they used to get the people used to get some kind of reactions and they used to worry to think to even mentally also to do harm for them. So like that, dharma rakshati rakshata. Dharma will protect like that. So Chavan Rishi, so he was so pure and that's why he was hurted by a member of Shariati's assembly's member, that is nothing but his own daughter. So then he was thinking, contemplating. So that is the purity of the dharma. Immediately he also understood Shariati. We are getting some constipation problem means something wrong we did to Chavan. See, that was the dharma was there in that society. Purity was there in the society. So that is the yeah. So immediately he was able to identify the Falayana Parichiyate. By the result, he understood that some offense we did. Then after that, it certainly appears that someone among us has polluted this ashram. Sukanya prahapitaram pita kinchit krutam maya tve jyotishi ajanidya nirbhinne kantake savai. Sukanya, yes.
We very much afraid. Girl Sukanya said to her father, I have done something wrong. I have ignorantly used these two devilish substances.
Ignorantly you do, or willingly you do, mistake is stay. If you go on the right side of the road, ignorantly or the knowingly or unknowingly, knowledge, without knowledge, with knowledge or without punishment, will be good. So she did. She is explaining to her father. So, my dear father, I did actually, I pierced his eyes. So then दुहिता दुहितुस्तद्वच श्रुत्वा शर्यातिर्जातसात्वसा मुनिं प्रसादयामास वल्मीकान्तर्हितं च हाँ.
After hearing this statement by his daughter, Saryati was very much afraid. Various ways he tried to appease Chavanamuni for was being pushed within the whole of the house.
So after hearing this from his daughter, so then he went to Sharyati, went to Chavan Rishi's that place. In various ways, he tried to appease Chavanamuni. But it was he who sat within the hole of the earthworm. Huh? This is Kaliga brain actually. This is actually आप होल में क्यों बैठे हैं? आप अच्छा से बैठना चाहिए. वो तो आपकी गलती है. वो तो आपकी गलती है. तो आप तो मुनि जैसा व्यवहार करना चाहिए. आपको होल में बिल में ये सब क्या है? ये तो है आप. हम लोग तो तुरंत कलयुग में धर्म कम है. कलयुग में स्पेशली अभी धर्म तो कम हो गए. चलो इसीलिए क्या होता है कि दोष को अभी सोसाइटी में यही स्थिति है. जितना हो सके उतना दूसरों के ऊपर दोष थोप दो. अब वही बुद्धिमान है. आज सोसाइटी में कौन पावरफुल है? जो एक्सपर्टली मिस्टेक को, अपना मिस्टेक को भी ऊपर वाले को थोप के और उनसे लाभ उठा पाएंगे, तो तब वही बेस्ट इंटेलिजेंट आदमी है करके अधिकांश किया जाए। अभी कोई भी धर्म का कोई वैल्यू नहीं है। कोई धर्म को फॉलो करने लगेंगे तो उनको सब लोग चीटिंग करने लगा। इसीलिए एक आध लोगों 100 में यदि वो लोग कुछ धर्म को फॉलो करना चाहते तो भी वो मजबूरी से वो भी एकदम एकदम अधर्मी बनने लगा। तो इस समाज का क्या अंत क्या है? और वो जो एटीट्यूड है वो हमारे दिमाग में ऑलरेडी वो संस्कारों और वो रुचि और वो प्रकार के व्यवहार बैठे हैं। अभी भक्ति में आने के बाद भी ये जो है ना, ये स्ट्रक्चर जो है, ये जो विचारधारा, वो अभी भी वो क्लीन नहीं हुआ है एक्चुअली। इसीलिए सिंपल नहीं हो पाते हैं। भक्त भी सिंपल नहीं है एक्चुअली। तो क्योंकि वो जो टेंडेंसीज है ना, वो इतना आसान है क्या? तो उसको साफ करना। जैसे हम लोग रिसेंटली पढ़े हैं माधुरी कदम, जब हम लोग भजन क्रिया पूरा करके निष्ठा में पहुंचेंगे तब जाकर उसका धुलाई होता है। तो मैं भक्ति माने दुष्कृतो तो अनर्थास and सुकृतो तो अनर्थास, because of the past, that means whatever the misdeeds, bad deeds, whatever we did, based upon that whatever the nature is formed in us, that will be cleaned when we do very strong steady भजन क्रिया। हम लोग तो 16 माला ही कर नहीं पाते हैं, और कहां से साफ होता है ये सब? और इसीलिए हम लोग ड्रेस बदलते हैं, तिलक पहनते हैं, लेकिन ऐसे मुश्किल से कभी ना कभी 16 माला हर दिन तो वो भी दिन में पूरा 24 घंटा में 16 माला करके 1 घंटा में 1 माला भी नहीं कर पाते। तो कर करके कैसे न कैसा हम लोग आए हैं, लेकिन इससे समझना चाहिए कि कितना प्यूरिफिकेशन और भी लाना है, कितना प्यूरिफिकेशन हम अपना में लेना चाहिए। तो प्यूरिटी कब पता चलेगा सत्व गुण क्या होता है, धर्म क्या होता है? जब धर्म ग्रंथों को सुनेंगे, धर्म ग्रंथ माने तो महाभारत, जब सुनेंगे तब एक सज्जन व्यक्ति, एक मनुष्य कैसा व्यवहार करना है, कम से कम मनुष्य बन जाएंगे। अच्छा, ऐसा व्यवहार करना चाहिए। अभी तो इतना पतन हो गया समाज का स्थिति, कुछ लोगों को तो सही व्यवहार क्या होता है ये भी नहीं पता है। अब करेक्ट करने की बात तो बात का बात, तो इतना घोर स्थिति आ गई। तो कैसा आगे बढ़ेंगे भक्ति में? कैसा किसी भी की कोई भी रंज मात्र भी कुछ दिन के बाद सद्गुण दिखेगा ही नहीं। सोबरनेस इंग्लिश में बोलते, वो सोबरनेस रहेगा ही नहीं। इसीलिए ये बहुत जरूरी है, भागवत हरि नाम का प्रचार चलना चाहिए, धर्म के बारे में भी सुनना चाहिए। क्यों? क्योंकि हमको हरि नाम में निष्ठा, हरि नाम में श्रद्धा लाने के लिए सत्वगुण का आश्रय का जरूरत है। क्योंकि जितना वो व्यक्ति सत्वगुण में आ जाएंगे उनके लिए तो भक्ति का महत्व भी उतना अच्छा से समझ में और विश्वास कर पाए। इसीलिए सत्वगुण में आना भी इम्पोर्टेंट है। और इसे जब तक पूर्ण रूप से 24 घंटा भक्ति, शुद्ध भक्ति में मैंने साक्षात भक्ति में लग नहीं पाते तब तक तो कर्म को करना पड़ेगा। सत्वगुणों से, सत्वगुणों में रहने के लिए प्रयास भी करना चाहिए और धर्मयुक्त जीवन जीना चाहिए, और इसके साथ साथ भक्ति के प्रति विश्वास को बढ़ाना भी चाहिए। इस प्रकार चलना है। तो ठीक है, तो चवन मुनि क्यों बैठे हैं? वो बात, वो तो उनका आश्रम है, वो बैठे हैं कहीं भी, और आपको तो ध्यान देना चाहिए क्योंकि उनका तपस्या को जहां ज्यादा विघ्न नहीं होगा वहां बैठेंगे वो, तो वहां बैठा वो, क्योंकि वो कोई डिस्टर्ब ना करेगा। तो लेकिन आप आके हमारा आश्रम आके हमको क्यों किया ऐसा तो गलती तो सरियाती का पुत्री सुकन्या का ही है। इसलिए सरियाती बहुत प्रयास कर रहे हैं, तो बाबा क्षमा करिए, क्या करिए, अभी गलती हो गया। लेकिन बाबा क्या पूछने लगा देखिए, तो हमारा चांद बाबा तो बहुत बूढ़े हो गए, उनका पूरा बाल सफेद हो गया, बहुत बूढ़ा हो गया, मैंने पक गए, शरीर पूरा चमड़ा पूरा एकदम झूलने लगा। और इस प्रकार बॉडी इज कंप्लीटली डाइजेस्टेड, मसल्स आर डाइजेस्टेड, जस्ट स्किन इज hanging on the bones, and he was not able to walk also, and such a old man he is, And he started asking, what he's asking? Tad अभिप्रायमाज्ञाय प्रददातुवितरं मुने रुद्रात् मुक्तस्तमामन्त्य पुरं प्रायासमाहितः. So when Sharyati was trying to appease him, but this old man started asking, what he was asking? आपका लड़की के हैं क्या, लड़की के शादी हो गए क्या, ये सब पूछने लगा. तो तब समझ में आ गया राज वो क्या करना चाहिए. अभी समझ में आया. अभी शरियाती प्रयास कर रहे हैं कि हमारा गलती हो गई क्षमा करो, लेकिन चवन मुनि पूछने लगा. तो वो बोले हैं ये बेटी हमारा बेटी गलती से की, छोटी बेटी है, छोटी बच्ची है, तो अभी इतना मेच्योर नहीं है माने तो वो ऐसा आपको ऐसा अपराध किए आपके प्रति, तो क्षमा करिए, इसको माफ करिए बोलते. तो इस बेटी की शादी हुआ या नहीं हुआ ये पूछा चवन. तब राजा को समझ में आ गया क्या है, ये बेटी को हमको दे दो, हमारा आंख चले गए, अभी कौन सेवा करेंगे, सेवा तो करना है ना कोई. तो इसीलिए राजा तुरंत समझ लिया जब ये प्रश्न पूछा. चवन मुनि सोचे कि ये तो नहीं तो ये भी सौंप नहीं देंगे तो क्या होगा, मुनि ने श्राप देंगे तो गया काम से, पीढ़ी की पीढ़ी बाद चले जाएगा, सभी कई पीढ़ियों को बर्बाद हो जाएगा. इसीलिए उन्होंने सोचे तो एक एक फैमिली के लिए एक व्यक्ति को छोड़ सकते हैं, एक गांव के लिए एक फैमिली को त्याग कर सकते हैं, और एक देश के लिए एक गांव को छोड़ सकते हैं, त्याग कर सकते हैं, और अपना आत्म के उद्धार के लिए पूरा पृथ्वी को ही त्याग कर सकते हैं. तो ऐसा ही हुआ ना उधर भी. किसमें, शर्मिष्ठा और देवयानी का केस में क्या हुआ. शर्मिष्ठा और देवयानी याद है आप लोगों को, ये तो कहानी सबको पता है. शर्मिष्ठा क्या की, जबरदस्ती देवयानी को अपमान करके आई, मैंने कपड़ा पहन ली देवयानी. शर्मिष्ठा देवयानी का कपड़ा पहन लिया, देवयानी गुस्सा आ गया, मेरा ब्राह्मण लड़की हूँ और गुरु का बेटी हूँ, आप गुरु का गेट बेटी हूँ, तो मेरा कपड़ा पहनेगा तुम, तो ऐसा करेगा तुम. तो करके उनके ऊपर गुस्सा दिखा, तो क्या तुम तो मेरा मेरा घर में चपरा मेरा भिक्षा लेकर जीवन जीने वाले. दोनों लड़ भिड़ के वो क्या की, तो जाते जाते शर्मिष्ठा अपना सखियों के साथ साथ देवयानी को कुआं में फेंक की चली. तो तब देवयानी को बहुत गुस्सा आ गया. तो उसमें बाद आपको पता ही है कि रक्षा की है और वो राज्य के अंदर प्रवेश नहीं करना चाहती है. तब तो वो उसके पिताजी आते हैं शुक्राचार्य देवयानी के पास, बेटी आ जाओ. तब तो वो बोलती है कि जब तक आपका पावर दिखाएंगे नहीं तब तक हम नहीं आएंगे. तो चलो तो तुम्हें दिखाता हूं करके वो बोले हैं. और आ, उसका नाम है ऋषपर्व, शर्मिष्ठा के पिताजी. शुक्राचार्य जाके बोलते हैं ऋषपर्व से, तो अभी हम आपके राज्य में सेवा नहीं करेंगे. तो सेवा नहीं करेंगे तो, लेकिन दानवों का पूरा की पूरा जान बचाने वाले कौन, शुक्राचार्य. तो शुक्राचार्य के पास संजीवनी मृत संजीवनी मंत्र है, तो इसीलिए दानवों के लिए शुक्राचार्य की जरूरत बहुत है, तो उनको छोड़ नहीं सकते. तब तो ऋषपर्व तो आ जाता है, तो आके देवयानी से माफी मांगते हैं. और देवयानी ये और एक कंडीशन लगा दी, इतना से नहीं होता है, आपका बेटी आजीवन मेरा दासी बन के रहा. तब सामने सामने अपना बेटी, माने क्षत्राणी है, क्षत्रिया से वो लोग, राजा का बेटी अपना बेटी एक दासी बन गए हैं, उनको तो दुख तो हो ही लगा है. उसी संदर्भ में एक कहानी ये श्लोक आता है, एक व्यक्ति के लिए माने दानवों को बचाने के लिए तो वो डिमांड्स को पूरा करना ही पड़ेगा करके शर्मिष्ठा को दासी बना के आते. तो ऐसा इधर भी नहीं तो अभी ये ऋषि तो ये मुनि तो श्राप दे देंगे पूरा के पूरा. इसीलिए इस बेटी को उनको ही सौंप के आ गए बूढ़े को. हाँ चाणक्य, चाणक्य नीति जो भी नीति है ना सब ये महाभारत से ही बनता है. चाणक्य का अर्थशास्त्र, चाणक्य का नीति, और आज का उसके बाद जो भी आचार्य लोग जो भी बुद्धिजीव जो भी ग्रंथ लिखे हैं, सबका व्यासोचिष्टम Everything, whatever you see in this whole universe, everything is the remnants of Vasudev. Vasudev, so you cannot see anything in this whole universe which is not touched by Vasudev in his literature. Everything is there. So that's nowadays, whatever the different crudeness, utilitas, all also you can see. Those descriptions also will come in the stories of the Mahabharata, Puranas, and so and so. So that's why Vasudev knows everything. And even Brahmaji also doesn't know the way the amount Vasudev knows. And he is the Parama Buddhiman, the incarnation of the Lord. So he understood, Sharyati understood that, yes, I should give to him, and he gave. Krichat Muktaha. By giving her, he is saved from a great calamity. That means getting the curse. And Tam Amantriya Puram Prayat Samahitaha. Then after that, he left back to his kingdom. So purport, the king, after hearing the statement of his daughter, certainly told the great sage Chavanmuni everything about how his daughter had ignorantly committed such an offense. The Muni, however, inquired from the king whether the daughter was married. In this way, the king, understanding the purpose of the great sage Chavanmuni, Tat Abhiprayam Agnaya, immediately gave the Muni his daughter in charity and escaped the danger of being cursed. Thus, with the permission of the great sage, the king returned home. This is being explained by Vishwanath Chakravarti in his comment. The next. Sukanya chavanam prapya patim paramakopanam प्रीणयाम सच्चित्तग्ना अप्रमत्तानुवृत्तिभिः.
Chavanamuni was very irritated, but since Sukanya had gotten his husband, she left with him carefully, pointed to his home. Knowing his mind, she performed service for him without being.
चवनमुनि कैसे हैं, बूढ़े हैं, इसके ऊपर इतना गुस्सा है. तो बूढ़े तो हैं, लेकिन बहुत गुस्सा. सुकन्या चवनम प्राप्य परम कोपनम. हर एक छोटा छोटा बात पर भी गुस्सा करते. और उसके ऊपर ये जो छोटी सी यंग लड़की है, ब्यूटीफुल यंग गर्ल, एंड शी गॉट सच ए ओल्ड मैन. पिताजी से कुछ बोली है कि आपको ऐसे व्यक्ति से आपको क्यों मैरिज करा रहे थे. And but is very old man, fully body digested and not fit to do anything, even to walk also is not possible. This girl, wife has to lead the path. He has support of her. And also on top of that, Paramakopanam. And towards him, how she was behaving, Chittagna apramattanuvrittibihi. Apramatta means always alert. No pramatta means no illusion, no mistake. She was always in full attention. And Chittagna. Chittagna means what is a very important word this is. Chittagna means, so knowing the heart of her husband. Chittagna. And Prinayamasa. Always she tried to please her husband. Anuvrittibihi. With all whatever he likes. And she used to perform those. Without any kind of the bewilderment, without any kind of mistakes, all that means, so activities she will be doing which are very much like him. But for that, what she did, she read the heart of her husband. That's a Chittagna. And on top of that, she is also alert. And then after that, she started serving. So it's a very important purpose. But it's very few people only digest nowadays. Only few people can digest this purport. But it is a fact. I am reading the purport. Srila Prabhupada ki. This is an indication of the relationship between husband and wife. A great personality like Chavanmuni has the temperament of always wanting to be in a superior position. तो मेल का लक्षण है. They always want to be on top. So such a person, and also on top of that, he is a very angry person also. Such a person cannot submit to anyone. तो आजकल क्या समाज में क्या चाहते लड़कियां, वो भी मेरा बात सुनना चाहिए और वो भी जो मैं करूंगा वो करना चाहिए, तभी जाकर मैं उसको शादी करूंगा. He should hear my words. He should know my priorities. Like that they say, this is the trend. Yes, Mataji. आजकल लड़कियां ऐसा हैं. So therefore, Chavanmuni had an but what about Sukanya? Sukanya is entirely different actually. So therefore, Chavanmuni had an irritable temperament. His wife Sukanya could understand his attitude, and under the circumstances, she treated him accordingly. If any wife wants to be happy with her husband, so Prabhupada is giving the secret of the success. If any wife wants to be, for all mothers is the lesson actually, very important lesson. If any wife wants to be happy with her husband, she must try to understand her husband's temperament and please him. This is victory for a woman. How many victorious women are there? Very few. In nowadays, yes. Even in the dealings of Lord Krishna with his different queens, it has been seen that although the queens were the daughters of great kings, they placed themselves before Lord as his maid servants. All their queens, but they became maid servants. However, a woman, maybe she must place herself before her husband in this way. That is to say, she must be ready to carry out her husband's orders and please him in all circumstances. Then her life will be successful. When the wife becomes an irritable as the husband, their life at home is sure to be disturbed or ultimately completely broken. In the modern day, the wife is never submissive, and therefore home life is broken even by slight incidents. Prabhupada is writing in the 1970s this purport. Now you can understand in the last 60 years what happened to the society. Either the wife or husband may take advantage of the divorce laws. According to the Vedic law, however, there is no such things as divorce laws. And a woman must be trained to be submissive to the will of her husband. Westerns contended that this is a slave mentality for the wife. But factually, it is not. Once again, I will read this line. So, Westerns contended that this is a slave mentality for the wife. But factually, it is not. It is the tactic by which a woman can conquer the heart of her husband, however irritable or cruel he may be. See, Prabhupada is saying, husband may be how much irritable and cruel, but always wife has to try to please her. So she should be always submissive. In this case, we clearly see that although Chavanmuni was not young, but indeed old enough to be Sukanya's grandfather, Dada ki Rahmane, and was also very irritable. Sukanya, the beautiful young daughter of a king, she was daughter of a king and young, submitted herself to her old husband and tried to please him in all respects. Thus, she was a faithful and chaste wife. This is a very, very important purpose. This is missing in the society. Absolutely missing. Especially nowadays. So parents are pampering their daughters. Too much pampering. And whatever they want, they are giving. And whatever they want to do, they are allowing. And because of this, and they are not all submissive in their parents' house. and after that their marriage they will go and they are messing up their life. They don't know their duty is becoming submissive in front of her husband. This kind of knowledge is not at all given by parents also. Mothers also not teaching how to cook and how to clean the utensils and how to clean the house and how to serve the relatives. Nowadays, mothers also thinking that their daughter should be in a top position, this and that, and it's completely against the nature actually, against the nature of the girls. And you are training them against their nature, then there will be unwanted results in the form of divorces. So divorce कागज लेके आ जाएगी तो बोलेगी हम नहीं रहना चाहते इनके साथ, और बोलती हैं कि वो भी हमारे हम जैसा तो चाहते हैं वो भी ऐसा व्यवहार करना चाहिए. ऐसा है क्या वैदिक कल्चर में? No, there is no. You cannot even so. One may be wife, husband may be whom, whatever he may be actually. Woman should be submissive. Must be this. तो माता जी लोग कुछ बोल सकते हैं, ऐसा कैसा हो सकता है? ऐसा कैसा हो सकता है? ये बोलेंगे तो ये against the dharma. By following their dharma, Mataji's, they will, that means a chaste woman, sati is equal to the yeti. One chaste woman is equal to a sannyasi. If they follow strictly their dharma, they are equal to sannyasi. There is no need to become a sannyasi guru. Nowadays, they are becoming changing the robes actually. Women also nowadays becoming in some places, they are also becoming so sannyasini. There is no need to become a sannyasini. So whatever husband may be, if she follows strictly him, then that means such a chaste woman. She will not getting any kind of his bad things in his life, in her life. वो पति जितना भी गलत किए, उसका पाप का भागी ये नहीं बनेगी. और यदि थोड़ा सा भी पुण्य करेंगे तो वो भी इनको आ जाएगी आधा. और ये माता जी पुण्य की वाइफ, तो इनका कुछ भी उनके पास नहीं जाएगा. प्रोवाइडेड चेस्ट वुमेन, ओनली सती नारियों की केस में ही ये रूल लागू होता है, सबका नहीं. तो इसीलिए आज के सोसाइटी में ये भी मिसिंग है. 50% सोसाइटी आर माताजीज and they are not trained properly actually, and because of this varna sankara is happening, and because of this unwanted, that means when woman thinks about the other man in the before marriage and also after marriage also, then she is not a chaste woman, and that kshetra is spoiled. Not the physical intercourse only will be spoiling, but actually mentally woman thinks about the other man, and she is keeping in her heart other man, and she is doing that means that means family life with the husband, but she will be producing the varna sankaras. Varna sankaras from her. So that's why chastity is very important. It's not the adamant. Prabhupada has given instructions. This is the Dharma Shastra is saying again and again. Sabharyaya gruhe daksha, sabharyaya prajavati, sabharyaya pati prana, sabharyaya pativrata.
The paths appointed. In the modern society, we are seeing a circle maybe two. The other woman, husband, they are drunkard, they're beating their spreading, doing all bad things, they're back to the house. So, what should their wife do? They are not devotees, they are drunkard.
What mandal?
We are seeing in our society, like many people like also they beating their wives, characterless, their wives, they are still living. So should they live or should they? This is okay for the devotee center, it's okay. But what about other?
Huh?
For other women, husbands are not devotees, they are exploiting, they are doing all nonsense things with their wives. Still, they should follow their husband or
Still, she should follow her.
Mother is known, it's a group.
Mataji should become first mother. Generally, she is Mataji. माँ बनना चाहिए. माँ बन के बच्चों को पालन पोषण कर.
Nowadays, especially going on, make them
That will definitely lead to the unwanted results. Breaking the dharma is breaking the head. To break the dharma, break the head. So whatever dharma shastra is given for the Kali Yuga, Parasara Dharma Smriti, so it's given, and we have to follow that. So it's not that the Kali Yuga is free from the dharma and do whatever, just chant Hare Krishna. Then it is known as Sahajiya chant. Prabhupada is saying, without dharma, just chanting is what? Sahajiya chanting. They will become Sahajiyas. They say that I am depending on the holy name and breaking all the regulations. Why specifically 4 regulations are given in our letter Acharyas, Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur Goswami Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada? Why they gave these? Because without these 4 regs, Vaishnavas, so becoming the Sahajiya Vaishnava, Sahajiyas. So that's why they want to stop this. Then if you break the dharma, then everything is now collapsing. So that's why we should try to make the society to settle the dharma. Can you say brahmachari? So whole life he is not able to tolerate the sex impulse. So sometimes he should be allowed. Will you allow that? Will you allow that? That means okay, brahmachari can be sometimes he can make the woman. Because nowadays, because he is exposed to so many things he cannot control, and so once in a month or once in a year at least you should allow him. Can you relax on this kind of? Similarly for the woman also, she has to be submissive. And then if he is doing the bad things, then what is for that? So she will be like in the someone's karma is there, prarabdha, and if someone is getting these so many bad things because of that, so if she accept that as my prarabdha, and if she chastely serves him, and she will be liberated. One has to perfect. If you change your husband, how many will change? Where is the limit for that? That's why there is no word of divorce in Vedic culture. No word of divorce.
If our GC, they are taking decision, which is against dharma, and Prabhupada said that you have to follow GBC. Then what should we do in that case? Then we find.
अभी तो कुछ नहीं हुआ अभी तो होल्ड में है सब. Now there is nothing is progressing in that direction. It's in the hold. So, and one more thing, like you see in the case of the Arjuna, situation came such a way he has to fight and kill his grandfather. He has to kill his guru to follow his dharma strictly. Their situation came to kill his own people. He has to kill or not? Tell me. Can you relax to follow dharma? That means by seeing the external pain and pleasure, can you relax the dharma or not? Can you relax his dharma? No, you cannot relax. You have to kill. You can say, hey, I have to kill my own brothers. Hey, I have to kill my own teacher who taught to me this education. And I have to kill him. So how can I kill? I cannot kill. I cannot kill. I cannot do this. So now, if we are weak in the following the dharma, that's the weakness of heart action. That will lead to the mess up in the society. Society will be messed up. So that's why Prabhupada wanted this Krishna conscious movement is meant for creating Brahmanas who can become brain for the society and who can guide the society in right direction. Yesterday we were reading, yes. So we should be very strict in such a fundamental points. These are all fundamental dharma. like grihasthas, brahmacharis, vanaprasthas, sannyasis, matajis, women, they all follow the basic dharma. It's a basic dharma. You can relax some dharmas which are not basic. Woman to be submissive to her husband is a basic. Then tomorrow one Mataji says, even little pain also she says, it's very painful, I cannot stay with him. Then what is the demarcation for that? Then what is the meaning of matra sparshasti kaunteya? Then even to follow, so some dharma like person is following the agriculture field and he has to, because of that some himsa is happening or some pain is coming, you say I will not do this. Because now in the present day modern society, so dharma is followed as per the sense, gratification sense, comfortableness. As per the comfortness, they are accepting the dharma. And they are keep on living the dharma, so by giving the priority to the comfort. And when you give the comfort, priority to the comfort, and when you give the less weight for the dharma, then that is the falling off the human platform to the animal platform. So that Krishna, what he's saying, Matra sparshas to kaunteya sitoshna sukadakkada agama payanatan titiksha bharata. When you do your dharma, you will be getting the pain and pleasure. Both you have to tolerate it and don't get biased with anything. So in this way, one has to strictly follow. So you can see in the ancient days, so in the olden days, so that's how to rectify the demonism of the male. So they all has to be trained in the gurukuls properly, and also girls has to be trained. What is the solution for this? The solution is they also has to be trained how to submissive. So this kind of training will be make the society to become human society. And those people, if you give bhakti lata to them, bhakti bees, if you give to them, then they are able to protect that and they can nurture that bhakti bees and they can grow it. Otherwise, they are driven with the modes and they are always in these difficulties and mitigating their so-called material problems. There is no limit for the mitigation of the material problems. Yes.
Um, skcon. Suppose then as our dharma is to accept and actually it already happened.
But it's started actually, so that's why there is no.
One initiative arriving.
Yeah, mother is there, but now it in a hold. In a hold. So she, because now the discussion is happening between GBC and there is a guru committee. So some few members from Bureau, from India side, and also from GBC side, they are studying. And now, while facing this problem, they got another problem. इसकॉन में गुरु होता है कौन? शिक्षा गुरु है, नहीं तो दीक्षा गुरु. ये भी एक समस्या निकल के आया. खोदने लगेंगे एक के लिए और दूसरा दूसरा निकाल के आने लगा. अभी हम लोगों दीक्षा गुरु तो एक फॉर्मालिटी है, शिक्षा गुरु को ही लेना चाहिए गुरु माने, ऐसा कुछ मत भी चलाने लगा. और शिक्षा गुरु में मेन इंपॉर्टेंट है, हमारा शिक्षा परंपरा बोलते हैं, तो शिक्षा गुरु रहते हैं काफी है और प्रभुपाद ही हमारा एक गुरु है और बाकी सब दीक्षा गुरु लोग केवल फॉर्मालिटी के लिए है. तो असली गुरु प्रभुपाद है और शिक्षा जो भी देंगे उन लोगों को हम लोग ध्यान में रखना है. तो दीक्षा कोई भी दे दे और उसके लिए इतना महत्व नहीं देना चाहिए और उनके लिए इतना एकदम लगाव नहीं रहना चाहिए. तो ये भी तो ये सभी इस प्रकार की विचारधाराएं चलने लगी. इसीलिए आप सब भक्ति वेदांती teacher Vedantis actually. That's why you have to do research. What Shastra is telling about the Guru Tattva. It should be a thesis project for one student. And study all the scriptures given by the Vaishnava Acharyas. Understand the Guru Tattva. And also see the real history happened. So from example, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to the 6 Goswamis, from there Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, so Narottam Das Thakur, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, then so like this, what are the parampara we have? So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Baldev Vidyabhushan, so Jagannath Das Babaji. So in this parampara, actually what happened? They are Diksha Guru or Shiksha Guru. such a detailed analytical paper has to produce. This is not given for all of you till now. This is given for you. In Bhakti Vedanta, you all should write thesis, you know, all of you. You should do research on the new topic and submit that. It's very important. It's a part of your course. That thesis will be given, I think, Prabhuji will give. So very soon. So these kind of new topics facing the problems what we are facing. So in the present society, to mitigate that, you all people should do the research and produce your understanding as a paper. It will be very nice, useful for our society. Like Guru Tattva and like the woman Diksha Guru and like this. So many Varnashram Dharma. How much is needed for the Varnashram Dharma? So about the Dai Varnashram Dharma. So like this. Anyway, and I am not able to give the cut short answer now. So time will reveal. Some things we should wait for.
Because we are see that Dharma Mata.
बहुत आर्गुमेंट्स इस साइड भी है इस साइड भी, तो वो तो अपवाद तो रहता ही, अपवाद तो रहेगा ना, अपवाद को हम लोग जनरल रूल बनाए. तो नेक्स्ट मैं अभी नहीं गुरु तक टॉपिक हम नहीं लेंगे. यस यस प्लीज 8 बजेगा भी ब्रेक नहीं ब्रो कुछ
some they put this type of example. In the other culture, why he had the guru sadhu, then I had a sadhu. Some kind of example. The division of also, you see the taken GPC, the woman guru, she this statement, I think some of the product matters. So this example, why not will become so this is not coming with how to understanding or
yeah, that's a Bhakti Vedantas, they should research and produce a paper. Okay, will help definitely where to study for the Guru Tattva. Okay, now in the public, the issue is not resolved in the society. I should not comment on it. Now, so just because everyone have their own personal opinions, definitely. So in the time being, otherwise, तो अभी कुछ दिन हमको और सोसाइटी में सेवा करने की इच्छा है. Understanding. So let the result will come. Anyway, research is going on, opinions are going on, collecting opinions and understanding is being getting clarified. So Mataji's their main duty is in the, if you see the Shastras, as a mother actually, and as a chaste wife, and if she teach other Matajis to become chaste, like her daughters, and it's a contribution, great contribution to the society. It's a great contribution. Then every mother become real mother, like how she should be. Then society's half problems are finished. 50% of society problems are finished. Sa bharya ya grihe daksha. Who is bharya? Sa grihe daksha. Where Venugopal, what you are studying? This is from Mahabharata. I am putting a sloka to make you understand. सा भार्या वही भार्या है, भार्या माने वाइफ, वही वाइफ में कौन जो अपना गृह कार्य में एक्सपर्ट है, दक्षा. अब आजकल कुछ लोग घर का काम करना है आता ही नहीं, फिर भी शादी करके क्या करेगी. हाँ माता जी, तो लड़की को पैदा किया मैंने पहले गृह कार्य सिखाना मस्त है. स्कूल गई नहीं लेकिन तो ये तो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट. सा भार्या या गृहे दक्षा. भार्या वही है जो गृह कार्य में दक्ष है. सा भार्या या प्रजावती, जिसके पास संतान है। बहुत लोगों आजकल माता जी लोग संतान मैंने पैदा नहीं करना चाहते, वी डोंट वांट, and they are after 40s they are realizing yes I want, and in the young age they don't want no children, I don't want children. This is not, she cannot be a bharya. सा भार्या या पति प्राणा, पति प्राणा। आजकल तो ये व्हाट्सएप ये सब सोशल नेटवर्क्स आने के बाद पोल्यूशन ज्यादा हो गया, अन्य पुरुषों से इंटीमेटली बात करना, जब बात करने रहेगी तो क्या होता है ऑटोमेटिकली आपस में तो ज्यादा हो जाता है रिलेशनशिप, तो कंटेमिनेशन शुरू हो जाता है, तो पति प्राणा खत्म हो जाता है। पति के लिए प्राण, पति ही प्राण है, माने जैसे बिना प्राण का हम एक क्षण रह सकते हैं क्या? नहीं रह सकते, वैसा ही बिना पति का हम नहीं रह सकते हैं, वही भार्या। सा भार्या या पति प्राण, like that how brahmacharis we take classes, like that for mataji's also classes has to be taken from the shastra, and this has to be taught to the all the Vaishnavis. This is the duty of all of you. Okay, so sa bharya ya pativrata, pativrata, that means serving husband is only her vrata, there is no other, that means not other than her husband, so she doesn't want to serve. Serve means what? So like how she serves husband, like that service she doesn't, she should not do to others, so she is bharya. So here Sukanya is like this, she is expert in her household activities, and she is always pati prana, and she is pativrata, chaste. This is from Shakuntala and Dushyanta's conversation, and Shakuntala actually she goes back, so and that is actually the power of chaste woman, you can see there the power of chastity, you know how much it is. Even the Yudhishthir and all the 5 Pandavas, what they are not able to do, the power of chastity did that. You know that in the when Yudhishthir Maharaj lost in the gambling game the whole kingdom and everything, even he lost his brothers, himself, and everything he lost. So at that time, so Dushyasan was ordered by the Duryodhana to pull so Mother Draupadi to the assembly. When she was pulled and she was crying, and our so Andaguru Raja, Anda Raja जान लिया, अरे ये क्या किया है लोग, तो देख नहीं पाते हैं, तो सुनने के बाद समझ में आ गया ये रजस्वला स्त्री को घसीट के लेके आया करके। तो अभी तुरंत उनको दिमाग में क्या है, बाप रे ये तो चेस्ट वुमेन है, अभी इन्होंने एक नजर से मेरा 100 का 100 पुत्रों को एक क्षण में भस्म कर सकती है। उसी उनकी चेस्टिटी की डर से ही उन्होंने बोले हैं, तो बेटी तुमको क्या चाहिए, एक वर मांगो। तब उन्होंने पूरा के पूरा अपना राज्य को वापस ले लिए। माने जिसको हम लोग पति बहुत अच्छे से, बहुत लोग बोलते हैं नारी के पास कोई शक्ति नहीं है, क्या नारी के पास शक्ति है, कौन सा शक्ति? चेस्टिटी ही शक्ति है। एक जाके आप एकदम ड्राइवर बन रहे हो, कंडक्टर बन जाओ, नहीं तो पुलिस बन जाओ, ये नहीं शक्ति मानी, असली शक्ति है चेस्टिटी। जो बोलेंगे वेणुगोपाल को जरूर फिटिंग इधर गया लेट देम फीड, हम लोग अपना धर्म को नहीं छोड़ेंगे। एक ब्राह्मण का काम है जो शास्त्र में कहा गया उसको एकदम निष्पक्षपात, उनको क्या होने वाला ना सोचकर बोलना ही पड़ेगा। अब लेकिन वुमन गुरु की इसीलिए नहीं बोला क्योंकि अभी वो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की इश्यू है, तो इसीलिए वो आंसर देने के लिए वो रेडी है जीबीसी वाले। लेट देम वेट एंड देन आफ्टर दैट वी स्टार्ट गिविंग द ओपिनियंस। इफ दे कंसल्ट अस देन वील आस्क, we'll tell them. So anyway, so now the point is, this is, we have to understand chastity is so powerful. So that's why they should not try to become, so compete with the man. So Prabhupada says it's a maya actually. If woman tries to become equal with the man, it is known as Maya. You know this recent. I read this quote recently actually in Prabhupada only. It's a Maya. So I'll show actually tomorrow. I will give to all of. I cannot search no equality. So then you can understand what is my answer, my personal answer for the human beings. Okay. So next. कस्यचित् त्वतकालस्य नासत्यावाश्रमागतौ तौ पूजयित्वा प्रोवाच वयो मे दत्तमीश्वरौ.
Thereafter, some time having passed, the Ashwini Kumara brothers, the heavenly physicians, happened to come to Chavarmuni's ashram. After offering them respectful obeisances, Chavarmuni requested them to useful life, for they were able to do so.
Okay. So here, Ashwini Kumaras, one time they came to Chavan Muni's ashram. These are the physicians, doctors. So then what happened after offering them respectful obeisances, Chavan Muni requested them to give him youthful life, for they were able to do so because they are the doctors. Doctors can make old men to young men. That's there, that knowledge. Prabhupada writes in this purport. So yogis also, that means there are so many. Now we manipulate things grossly. We know only how to play with the gross elements. But in the previously, if you see, say the rishis and munis, they can play with the subtle energies also. And with the subtle energies, they can build the different weapons, and also they can astras, shastras, and also medicines, and so many things which are not now possible because of our sinful tendencies. Because of our sinful nature, we are became so gross. Our knowledge, our abilities only limited to the gross elements only, not to the subtle elements. So this is the but when you do the pure life and one follow, that means following the dharma and following some yoga practices, bhakti yoga also one practices, then all the powers he can get. So various all the powers will come and just dancing in front of him. But a pure devotee, so will never accept that. So here Prabhupada is writing the heavenly physicians like the Ashwini Kumaras could give youthful even to one who was advanced in age. Indeed, the great yogis with their mystic powers can even bring a dead body back to life if the structure of the body is in order. We have already discussed this in the connection with the Bali Maharaj soldiers and their treatment by Sukracharya. Modern medicine science has not yet discovered how to bring a dead body back to life to bring youthful energy to an old body. But from these verses, we can understand that such a treatment is possible if one is able to take knowledge from Vedic information. So in the Vedas, all these are there. So, but in the Kali Yuga, because of the sin, of the increase of the sin in the wholesome sin is also increased, and because such a mystical things very rarely will happen are possible. So, but it's not impossible also. The Ashwini Kumaras were expert in Ayurveda, as was Dhanvantari. In every department of material science, there is a perfect to be achieved, and to achieve it, one must consult the Vedic literature. So that's why in the Shastra, sometimes we see that means Chavana Rishi, who is very, very old and he became young, but young boys, your sons or otherwise your maybe grandsons, if they hear this kind of stories, if you narrate, they think that, oh, how can we trust this kind of things? How a old man can become young? How a dead body can become alive? So, so your scriptures are explain this kind of things, and these are all so unbelievable, and we don't accept your scriptures and those are all just a fictional stories. Like that people they say, but actually what? Is it like that? No. So, but one should accept the authority of the Vedas on the strength of what? On the strength of the Sabda Pramana. Sabda Pramana is the only the highest Pramana, is defectless Pramana. So that is nothing but Shabda. And so even if you not able to understand some things with your gross so senses, the five senses, but it doesn't mean that there is no possibility of these all things are all possible. So one tactfully and nicely should convince the youth and make all those boys also to the devotees. And one should know how to convince them. Next sloka. Graham grahishye somasya yagne vamapsa mapo kriyatam me vayorupam pramadam yadipsitam.
Chavan said, although you are ineligible with sonorous sacrifices, I promise to give you a full pot of it. And they arrange for me because they are young.
तो मुझे क्या मिलेगा बोलेंगे ना अश्विनी कुमार तो हम यूथफुलनेस दे देंगे यूथफुल देंगे तो हमको क्या फायदा तब तो चौन मुनि बोले आपको मैं एक फायदा करूंगा अभी तक अश्विनी कुमारों को जो भी हवन में तो हविष दिया नहीं जाता अब्लेशंस नहीं दिया जाता तो अभी चौन मुनि बोले हैं अभी से हम शुरू करवा दो आप लोगों को भी यज्ञ में ऑब्लेशन सोमरस मिल जाएगा आप लोग भी पी सकते हैं आपको भी अब यज्ञ में भाग मिल जाएगा इसीलिए तो आप ये काम कर दीजिए मेरा मुझे जवानी दे दीजिए मैं आपके लिए यज्ञ में भाग दिला दूंगा तो ये डील है डील बढ़िया है नेक्स्ट पाडामित्यु सोमरस is a rus cherry it's a cherry actually charu it's offered in the yajna so that devatas they drink it as fire is the mouth of the devatas हम लोग कुछ खाना है पेट के लिए तो कहाँ डालना है मुंह में डालना है ना तो इसलिए देवताओं को खिलाना तो कहाँ डालना है फायर में डालो तो एक एब्लेशन है उसको देने से क्या होता है तो वो सोमयाग बोलते हैं सोमयाग में सोमरस सर्व किया जाता है देवताओं को एक बहुत बड़ा याग है और वो देवताओं सब लोग खुश होते हैं उस याग से और उसमें इस याग में जो भी है सोमरस तो देने की विधान तो अश्विनी देवताओं को नहीं दिया जाता है लेकिन अभी चांद मुनि बोला अब हम दिला देंगे आपको मैं अभी मंत्र पढ़ के आपको दे दूंगा वो आपको पहुंच जाएगा मजा आएगा जैसा लाइक बुलोक को सोमरस आप लोग जानते हैं बुलोक को सोमरस पीने से क्या होता है हाँ नशा आता है ना उधर को सोमरस पीने से उधर का नशा आ जाता है बस उधर पियो और अप्सरसाओं से डांस करो बस यही हाँ फीस तो चाहिए ना लेकिन शास्त्र में कहा गया डॉक्टर फ्रीली सेवा करना चाहिए डॉक्टर साहब प्रभु जी बोलते हैं तो प्रभु फ्री में करेंगे डॉक्टर को फ्री में और टीचर को फ्री में पढ़ाना चाहिए अन्न को बेचना नहीं चाहिए कुछ मेजर चीजें जिससे सोसाइटी धर्म पर टिका रहेगा जब ये सभी बेचने लेंगे सब लोगों बेसिक चीजों को भी पैसा से तोलने लगेंगे ना तो क्या होता है तब तो पैसा के लिए कंपटीशन बढ़ के धर्म से गिरकर अधर्मिक हो जाएंगे सब अन्न को नहीं बेचना है दवाई को नहीं बेचना है मैंने ट्रीटमेंट को पैसा से और विद्या को फ्री में पढ़ाना है जमीन को नहीं बेचना है गाय को नहीं बेचना है ये 5 चीज इतना महत्वपूर्ण जो वैदिक संस्कृति है गिर के अभी हम लोग गिर गए अभी इतना गिड़गिड़ाने लगे हम लोग
What you have said, something of very special. Most of things are not that cultural. Still, education field.
Yes, yes.
Selling that company, but so how this economy will
How it will begin? That's very good question. How it will begin? It will begin with our community. It will begin with the when we start the developing our own community. Prabhupada, that's why I wanted. Make devotees free from this so-called demonic society and make your own communities and so set the rules for your own community.
but to start that community, all these ingredients are required from the society.
Produce whatever you need, consume whatever you produce. Prabhupada, what he said, produce whatever you need, consume whatever you produce. माने प्रभुपाद इतना तक बोले हैं कि सेल्फ सफिशिएंट कम्युनिटीज, स्वयं समृद्ध, माने किस विषय में? सब प्रकार से, माने रक्षा और अनाज, अन्न के विषय में, दवाई के विषय में, रक्षा के विषय में, विद्या के विषय में, सब विषय में आप स्वयं समृद्ध होना चाहिए और ऐसा समाजों को बनाए जिससे सब लोग देख के आपके पीछे पड़े। अभी हम लोग इस मूवमेंट, अभी छोटा सा बच्चा है, अभी कितना, केवल 500 साल का छोटा सा बच्चा है, लेकिन ये अभी सैकड़ों साल में अभी ये स्वर्ण युग का स्थापना होने वाला and it's going to change the whole, that means atmosphere, and the golden era is already began, and that's why we are all part of this, and we are going to take back once again. We all will come and participate in this to improve the change, the things. Yes, yes. कहाँ जाएंगे? इतना जल्दी गोलोक जाके क्या करें? तो इधर तो जो प्रभुपाद जी का इंस्ट्रक्शन है उन सबको तो इम्प्लीमेंट करके तब जाएंगे। हाँ, ठीक है, सब आएंगे ना वापस? ओके, तब तो आएंगे तो हमारे शिशु को just joking. Prabhu, actually, my answer is okay. Right, break time actually. Yes, I forgot to give break. What should I do? Shall I give break for 5 minutes till 8:30? No? जो लोग जाना है जाना, ठीक है bro. 5 मिनट देता हूँ. You should satisfy. Actually, वो रूल भी है, भूल गए. बच्चों का क्वेश्चन इसमें पूछने इसमें डाल दें. तो if yes, 10,000 years. Yes, fully they are in the principles following the dharma, and all are devotees, and they have respect for the dharma and they follow, and sattva guna will be prevailing.
बहुत अच्छा बोलना चाहूंगा एक मिनट क्वेश्चन है क्वेश्चन नहीं ऐसे कमेंट मैं देता हूँ आप दो तीन स्लो करके
Shall we start? 14. इत्युक्तो जरया इत्युक्तो जरया ग्रस्ता देहो दमनि सन्ततः हदं प्रवेशितोऽश्विभ्यां वलितविग्रहः. So deal is done. Then after that, what happened? Mataji's.
After saying this, the Ashwini Kumars got hold of Jyamuni, was an old, diseased invalid, with loose skin, white hair, and veins visible all over his body, and all three of them entered the lake.
So they all went into the lake, and Ashwini Kumar was also entered into that. Chavanmuni was so old that he couldn't enter the lake alone. Thus the Ashwini Kumaras caught hold of his body, and the three of them entered the lake. ऐसा व्यक्ति से शादी हुआ. कोई कंप्लेंट की? पुरुषास्त्रया उत्तस्तु अपि व्यावनिता प्रिया पद्मस्रजः कुण्डलिनः तुल्यरूपा सुवाससः.
Thereafter, three men with just emerged from. They very nicely dressed and decorated their wings and garments of novices. All of them wear of the same standard. One of the same standard.
All three were having the same standard of beauty. So when they started coming out, all are with the properly decorated, and they are equal in the beauty and strength, and also dresses, everything, decoration. तान् निरीक्ष्य वरारोह स्वरूपां सूर्यवर्चसः अजानति पतिं साध्वी अश्विनौ शरणं ययौ.
The taste and wealth she can distinguish husband from true partners. Or they were not understanding, but real husband was. She could shelter the feeling.
Among these three, who is her husband, she is not able to identify. So at that time, Prabhupada writing purport, we should read this. Sukanya could have selected any one of them as her husband. For one couldn't distinguish among them, but because she was chaste, she took shelter of the Ashwini Kumara so that they could inform her who her actual husband was. A chaste woman will never accept any man other than her husband, even if there be someone equal as handsome and qualified. Yes, if anyone wants to, Prabhu. Yeah, now is the point. Time was. Mike?
Sorry to the class. Again, starting speak something of this was and उसके बारे में आपने what she's not what she should do for other than and अपनी campus के बारे में थोड़ा सा उसमें I have seen many cases there are not temples few matasis okay अपने हस्बैंड चाहे वो दीक्षित है या नॉन दीक्षित है वो घर पे कई बार काफी हेल्थ ठीक नहीं होती हस्बैंड और उनको छोड़कर वो मंदिर में सेवा के लिए आ जाते अपने एंड में हमने बड़ा समझाने का कोशिश किया उनको कि फर्स्ट लुक टू योर हस्बैंड देन यू कम टू सेवा बट जितना आप कर सकते थे हमने कोशिश किया किसी ने माना किसी ने नहीं माना तो मैं ये चाह रहा था कि आज जैसे ब्रह्मा के ऊपर आपने काम भाई तो एटलीस्ट जो माताएं हमारी क्लास में हैं दे शुड मेक देम अंडरस्टैंड कि भी उनको आना चाहिए नहीं आना चाहिए ताकि उनका कंसेप्ट क्लियर हो जाए कि हस्बैंड को छोड़कर एक अगर हस्बैंड इज इल तो उसको छोड़कर मुझे यहाँ पे नहीं आना बस माय फर्स्ट प्रायोरिटी इज टू सर्व माय ये मैं चाहता था ऐसा कुछ यहाँ पे आता है बैठी है इनको आज पता भी लग गया अच्छी तरह हस्बैंड का सेवा होना फर्स्ट प्रायोरिटी
Prabhupada said very clearly said that first you should take care of your children.
Yes.
And your household activities. So that is the first duty for them.
The temple should do something on this ground.
Yeah. So this is the teaching for that means whatever we read from the Shastra, Prabhupada is clearly written in the purport. So that means chaste woman, she should serve. On the name of the devotion, you should not excuse the dharma. So this will become hypocrisy after a few days. It will become then once again catching up with some brahmacharis, kitchens, free mixing of brahmacharis and matajis, and this will lead to the gradually, definitely. So unwanted results we have seen hundreds and thousands of scenes. So that's why it's very important, matajis. So they can come to the temple, there is no doubt. And if they want to stay for a long time to service, they should be with the husband. In the temple also, husband also should be there. So then that isn't healthy. It's not that we have seen so many cases probably like this. In then Mataji who left the house and spent a lot of time in the temple and started discussing and fixing very easily with the Prabhus, other Grihasthas, also problematic. It's not that the Grihasthas are not problematic. So freely mingling with them, discussing, then definitely it is that free mixing will lead to the if butter and fire come together, there is so butter will be melted. Similarly, that's why Mataji has to first priority, there is no doubt in that, 100%. They has to do first the household activities. So then next after that also. So with the husband permission, they should come. There is no doubt in that actually. So if we did already this kind of experiment before the Bhaktivinoda Thakur. On the name of Babaji system, no regulations, everyone is pure devotees and doing the devotion, and let us everyone equally, that means given opportunities, and then that free mixing is allowed. Then once Babaji with the 3 dozens of this was. Thus the Prabhupada wanted this. Initially, yes, when the movement is established, that means in the beginning phase, it was a different story actually. Then, but gradually, if you see the instructions of Srila Prabhupada, and if you read the Hare Krishna Devadasi Mataji's the book compilation of the Varnashram Dharma, in the introduction pages, kindly read that in introduction pages. And they are all with the Prabhupada and they were explaining so how the Prabhupada started giving the instructions in our movement. So it clearly is explained. So that's why it's very, very important. Speaking about Varnashrama Dharma, in the introduction pages, by Mr. Prabhupada quotes me, Hare Krishna Devi Dasi Mata compiled it. She did only compilation. But she wrote a foreword, so introduction she wrote, that you can read. That's very important actually. Which sloka we are reading?
17, 17, 17.
20 is over? No, 70. दर्शयित्वा पतिं तस्यै पातिव्रत्येन तोषितौ ऋषिमामन्त्र्याययतु विमानेन त्रिविष्टपम्.
The Ashwini Kumaras were very pleased to see Sukanya's chastity and faithfulness. Thus they showed her Chavanmuni, her husband, and after taking permission from him, they returned to the heavenly in the train.
So now Ashwini Kumaras they returned so they helped actually. So in identifying her husband, or they showed her Chavanmuni, her husband, and after that they went back to their king. So Swarga. Yakshamanuntan Sharyatis Chavanasyaashramam Gata Tadarsha Duhitu Pashve Purusham Suryavarchasam.
There are things Sharyati is dead from simply husband, but it's of John Heaven Muni. There he served by the side of very young man and at the sun.
तो एक बार शरियाती बेटी को देखने के लिए आया, लेकिन बेटी किसके साथ है? एक जवान लड़का के साथ है, के साथ। तो तब उनको पिताजी क्या है, मैंने अभी चौन मुनि यंग बन गए करके उनको तो पता नहीं राजा को या शरियाती को। तो तब उन्होंने सरप्राइज हो गए देख के। राजा दुहितरं प्राहा कृतपाराभिवर्धनम् आशिषश्चाप्रयुञ्जानो नाति प्रीतिमनायिवा.
After receiving offices on his daughter, the king, instead of offering presents to her, appeared very distressed and spoke as follows.
So by seeing, then he gave blessings also without any heart, full heart. So then he started saying like this: Chikishitam te kimidam patistvaya alokito loka namaskuto muni yatvam jaram samsatya sammatam vihaya jaram bhajase.
Oh, unchaste girl, what is this that you have desired? You have treated the most respectable husband, who is honored by everyone. For I see that because he was old, diseased, and therefore unattractive, you have left his company except as your friend. This young man who appears to be a beggar from the streets.
Who appears to be a beggar from the. See, even he is so beautiful, handsome, but this is fathers. They are always so speaking about the dharma. If dharma is there, then after that everything can be easily continued. If dharma, basic dharma is not followed, all unwanted results will come. So his purpose, this shows the values of Vedic culture. According to the circumstances, Sukanya had been given a husband who was too old to be compatible with her. Because Chavanmuni was diseased and very old, he was certainly unfit for the beautiful daughter of King Sharyati. Nonetheless, her father expected her to be faithful to her husband. Prabhupada, see how he's writing. Her father expected her to be faithful to her husband. Even he is very old. ऐसा नहीं बूढ़े हैं पति को छोड़ के आ जाओ तो हम लोग कर्ज से बचने के लिए कुछ किया अभी उनको परेशान करके आप आ जाओ दूसरा शादी करा देंगे आजकल के लोग ऐसे चलते हैं ऐसे चलते हैं when he suddenly saw that his daughter had accepted someone else even though the man was young and handsome he immediately chastised her as asati unchaste because he assumed that she had accepted another man in the presence of her husband. According to the Vedic culture, even if a young woman is given an old husband, she must respectfully serve him. This is chastity. It is not that because she dislikes her husband, she may give him up and accept another. This is against Vedic culture. According to Vedic culture, a woman must accept the husband given to her by her parents and remain chaste and faithful to him. This is the Vedic culture. Therefore, King Sharyati was surprised to see a young man by the side of Sukanya. Next, Katam Nadiste Vakatanyatha Sakam Prasurite Mula Dushanam Idam Vivarshija Yadapatra Pakulam Pituscha Vartuscha Nasya Tadastamaha.
Oh my God, who are born in a respected family, how have you regretting your conscience in this way? How is it that you are shamelessly mentioned in partner? You will thus degrade the dynasty of both your father and your husband in his life.
So if woman unchaste, then what will happen? There will be Varna Sankara, then after Lupta Pindodaka. That means all the forefathers are not getting the Pinda because there is no dynasty is continued, is polluted. Then what will happen? They will be falling from there. So in the material reason is this. So in the such a disturb that means maintaining paramour means in the mode of passion and ignorance. That is against the practicing of bhakti. That's against the practicing of. It is quite clear that according to the Vedic culture, a woman who accepts a paramour or second husband in the presence of the husband she has married is certainly responsible for the degradation of her father's family and family of her husband. The rule of Vedic culture in this regard are strictly observed in the respective families of Brahmana, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, even today. Only the Sudras are degraded in this matter. For a woman of the Brahmana, Kshatriya, or Vaishya class to accept another husband in the presence of the husband she has married, or to file for divorce or accept a boyfriend or paramour is unacceptable in the Vedic culture. Therefore, King Sharyati, who didn't know the real facts of Chavanmuni's transformation, was surprised to see the behavior of his daughter. So, Prabhupada is always asking devotees to set the standards of the Vedic culture. This is again and again said. But it is undigestible to the Western culture. So, but our devotees should not follow Western culture. Eastern philosophy should not follow Western culture. If you mix the Eastern philosophy and Western culture, what will happen? Sahaja Bhakti movement will be. It will become Sahaja Bhakti. All Sahajas will be formed very soon. So that's why Nowadays, devotees are associating too much and mingling with the Western culture so much, and for them nowadays giving the divorce and going for another marriage. So, by this husband, I am not able to practice my bhakti. So I want to leave this husband and go for the another husband. Then how many husbands one has to change? Even the 4-5 husbands, if it's changing, but bhakti is not stable, so that's why let us keep on changing. We say bhakti is independent of everything when we ask to follow dharma. But now that rule is not applied now. Now this is obstacle. This husband is obstacle for my bhakti, I don't want. You are understanding my point? My point is we say bhakti is independent of everything. And I don't need to follow any dharma. But as per the now convenience, they want to change the husbands on the name of bhakti. This is a foolishly, it is a blunder. Blunder is happening in our society. जब जरूरत है तब भक्ति का टप्पा लगा दो और जो भी बेच रहे बेच दो. जब जरूरत नहीं है तब बोल दीजिए भक्ति सर्वश्रेष्ठ है, सब कुछ करेगा, हमको कोई जरूरत नहीं. This is the cheating. This is sahajya. This is sahajya nature, artificialness. So that's why one should follow strictly the dharma. That will stabilize the human society. And bhakti also they should do. There is no compromise in this subject. Bhakti also has to be done. Some primary rules which are there, like sannyasi's lifestyle, brahmachari's lifestyle, so chaste woman's lifestyle, you cannot change it. On the place of time and circumstances, woman can marry sometimes dozens of men. So since bhakti is not anukula now, not allowed. So then there is no limit, then they will keep on changing, keep on changing, keep on changing, and keep on taking divorces. Evam bruvannam pitaram स्मयमानं सुचिस्मिता उवाच काकं चामुक्ता तवैषा भृगुनन्दना. Sukanya, being very proud of her chastity, smiled upon hearing the rebuffs of her father. She smilingly told him, "My dear father, this young man by my side is your actual son-in-law, the great Chavana, who was born in the family of Bhrigu." So she told the fact actually. So although the father chastised the daughter, assuming that she had accepted another husband, the daughter knew that she was completely honest and chaste, and therefore she was smiling. When she explained that her husband Chavanamuni had now been transformed into a young man, she was very proud of her chastity, and thus she smiled as she talked with her. शशंसा पित्रे तत्सर्वं वायोरूपाविलम्बनं विस्मितः परमप्रीतः तनयां परिशस्वजे. Thus Sukanya explained how her husband had received the beautiful body of a young man. When the king heard this, he was very surprised, and in great pleasure he embraced his beloved daughter. सोमेनायाजयन् वीरं ग्रहं सोमस्य चाग्रहीत् असोमपोरप्यश्विनोश्चवनस्वेन तेजसा. Chanmuni, by his own prowess, enabled King Sharyati to perform the Somayagya. The Muni offered a full pot of Somarasa to the Somayagya means Somayaga. So Somayagya is Somayaga, in that Somarasa is offered. And he offered no, as per the deal what? So Chavanamuni has to offer the Soma part, the Somaras part to the Ashwini Kumar also. He did that. But actually, it is not allowed for them. So then what happened? Hantum tamada de vajram sadyo manyumara marshita savajram stambayamasa bhujamindrasya bhargavama. King Indra, being perturbed and angry, wanted to kill Chavanmuni, and therefore he impetuously took up his thunderbolt, but Chavanmuni by his powers paralyzed Indra's arm that held the thunderbolt. ये है एक ऋषि का पावर, एक मुनि का पावर है। ब्राह्मण को इतना शक्ति रहता है। अभी सत्यता नहीं है ना हम लोग के पास, भक्ति तो बात का बात है, तो सत्यता भी नहीं है, इसीलिए ब्राह्मण के पास जैसा प्रभुपाद चाहते थे, ब्राह्मण मीन्स ही शुड बी प्योर इन फॉलोइंग हिज धर्म, and by that there is a lot of chastity and power will become. That means he can easily convince the people to follow, others also to follow dharma. So that kind of purity is not there. Purity is not there, then that's why there is no force. There is no purity, no force. अन्वजांस्ततः सर्वे ग्रहं सोमस्य चाश्विनो विषजानिति यत् पूर्वं सोमाहुत्या बहिष्कृतौ. Although the Ashwini Kumaras were only physicians and were therefore excluded from drinking somaras and sacrifices, the demigods agreed to allow them henceforward to drink it. I so Ashwini Kumaras ko अब मिलने लगे सोमरस. उत्ताना बर्हिराणार्तो पूरिषेण इति त्रयः शर्यातेरभवन् पुत्रा अनार्तात् रेवतो भव. अभी तक तो शर्याती के लड़की के बारे में चला, अब लड़का कितना है ये तो पता चलना है ना. How many sons he has? So he has 3 sons. King Sharyati got 3 sons named Uttana Barhi, Anartha and Purishena. From Anartha came a son named Devata. Sontas samudre nagarim vinirmaya kushasthalim astito bhukta vishayan ananartadi narindama tasya putra shatam jagne kakut vijeshtamuttamam. O Maharaja Parikshit, subduer of enemies, this Revata constructed a kingdom known as Kushasthali in the depths of the ocean. There he lived and ruled such a tracts of the land as Anartha. Land name is Anartha. He constructed a kingdom in the water and he was the ocean. So, and he was ruling like God. He had 100 very nice sons, of whom the eldest was Kakudmi. So now Kakudmi story starts. Kakudmi Revati Kanyam Samadaya Vibhungata Putriyavaram Pariprastum Brahmalokam Apavritam. So Revata has one daughter. Her name is Revati. Revata's daughter is Revati. So taking his own daughter Revata's elder son is Kakudmi. Kakudmi's daughter is Revati. So Kakudmi went to Lord Brahma in Brahmaloka, which is transcendental to the 3 modes of material nature, and inquired about a husband for her. Here one important point we are seeing in the translation. Brahmaloka, which is transcendental to the 3 modes of material nature. What is this? Brahmaloka is in the material world or the spiritual world? But what is written here? This is transcendental to the. Prabhupada is clarifying in the purport. It appears that Brahmaloka, the abode of Lord Brahma, is also transcendental above the 3 modes of material nature. It looks like what? Above to the all 3 modes, but it's actually not. That's answer. That's purport is clarifying. So in the sloka, apavritam is given. Apavritam means it's beyond the 3 modes of material nature. It doesn't. Now the Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti in the commentary is clarifying. Apavritam means so looking like it's beyond to the 3 modes, but not. Avartamane Gandharve Stito Labdakshanam Tadanta Adyamanumya Swaviprayamya Vedaya. When Kakudmi arrived there, so Kakudmi and his daughter Revati all went to the Brahmaloka. But what is happening in the Brahmaloka? When Kakudmi arrived there, the Brahma was engaged in hearing musical performance by the Gandharvas. There was a party going on and had not a momentum to talk with him. So this happens actually. Sometimes these devatas, rishis, all they go and they have meeting, and then after that they will have this kind of things. So a moment to talk with him. Therefore, because if you go higher, pleasure increases, happiness increases. The highest pleasure, Krishna used to play with thousands of girls, and they are belong to the other husbands, and he used to play with all of them. So, but if you can see, so that means observing these apsaras are dancing, they are all limited in the material world. But if you see in the Golok Vrindavan, it is unlimited pleasure. So Lord Brahma was engaged in hearing musical performance by the Gandharvas and had not a momentum to talk with him. Therefore, so just another 5 minutes, sir. Okay, 5 minutes. Sorry. So therefore, Kakudmuni waited, and at the end of the musical performance, he offered his obeisances to Lord Brahma and thus submitted his long-standing desire. He waited, but that time what happened? In Brahmaloka, if you wait for a few moments on the Prithvi, several kalpas will be over actually, Chaturyugas will be over. How many Chaturyugas gone? 27 Chaturyugas already gone. Because Vaivasman is Uchi. Okay, let me name. Tatsrutva Bhagavan Brahma Prahasya Tam Vachaha Aho Rajan Niruddhaste Kalena Hrudiye Krutaha. After hearing these words, Lord Brahma, who is most powerful, laughed loudly and said to Kakudmi, O king, all those whom you may have decided within the core of your heart to accept as your son-in-law have passed away in the course of time. माने अभी तक तो बहुत जनरेशन चले गए ऑलरेडी पृथ्वी पर जिसको देने की सोच के वो आए हैं कंसल्टेशन लेने के लिए वो वर्ष आप लोग ऑलरेडी चले गए जनरेशन पुत्र पौत्र नृतॄणां गोत्राणि च न शृण्महे कालो वियाति स्त्रिणः वच चतुर्युग विकल्पिता. 27 Chaturyugas have already passed. Those upon whom you may have decided are now gone, or so are their sons, grandsons, and other descendants. You cannot even hear about their names. All they gone. 27 Mahayugas are gone. That means in the 28th Mahayuga, so she is going to get married. So who is that? That is Balaram. तद्गच्छ देव देवांशो बलदेवो महाबलः कन्या रत्नमिदं राजन् नररत्नाय देहि भोः. She is Kanya Ratnam, and there is a so Nararatnam is up in there is Baladev. So you give this Kanya Ratnam to the Nararatnam. O king, leave her and offer your daughter to Lord Baladev, who is still present. He is most powerful. Indeed, he is the supreme personality of Godhead, whose plenary portion is Lord Vishnu. Your daughter is fit to be given to him in charity. Bhuvo Bharavatāraya Bhagavan Bhuta Bhavanaha Avatirno Nijamshena Punya Shravana Kirtana. Lord Baladev is the supreme personality of Godhead. One who hears a chants about him is purified because he is always the well-wisher of all living entities. He has descended with all his paraphernalia to purify the entire world and lessen its burden. Ityadisto vivandyajam rupa suparamagataha tyaktam punya janastrasa pratrubir tikshvavastitaihi. Having received this order from Lord Brahma, Kakudmi offered obeisances unto him and returned to his own residence. He then saw that his residence was vacant, having been abandoned by his brothers, other relatives who were living in all directions because of fear of such higher living beings as the Yakshas. Actually, here one clarification. So when Kakudmi took Revati and went to Brahmalok. At that time itself, anyway, he is not coming. So Sa and all his brothers left that house and they were not caring and they went off, and then many generations are over already. So now that vacant house is vacant. I don't know how house is still is there. I am I also thinking actually how it, house is vacant. I tried to see the commentaries also. House is vacant means can we take it? So absence, but it is not there. It's vacant only. It is there but vacant. Okay, I don't know for this. I'll be asked this question. Sudam Tattvan Vadhya Im Palaya Balishaline Padaryakyam Gato Raja Taptam Narayanashramam. So thereafter the king gave his most beautiful daughter in charity to the supremely powerful Baladev and then retired from worldly life and went to Badrikashtam to please Narayana. Okay. Thus end the Bhakti and the purports of the ninth canto, third chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam entitled The Marriage of Sukanya and Chavamuni. Thank you very much for your kind attention. Thank you.
पहले क्वेश्चन करेंगे इसका
हाँ रोहित
निकाल दो